It felt really good to come last time because Bulgaria was one of the few European countries that I haven't really had a lot of chances to visit. When I met you in the past, I could see how much you love StarCraft, and you were so determined on making a StarCraft event happen in Bulgaria that I told you from the beginning, if you make it happen, I'll be there. And I'm so glad that we met. I'm so glad that I did that because I think last year was awesome. It was the very first time I ever commentated a StarCraft 2 event outdoors. But the people were so fun. I felt all the players had fun, which shows as well that a lot of the guys that were here last year came back for round 2. And of course, when you ask me, yes, I'm excited. Yes, I'm ready for another week of StarCraft. We had a lot of hot dogs last year. The weather was amazing. Also very good cardio because we are actually in nature and we have to go for a little bit of a hike every single day before we start. But yeah, I loved the Stara Zagora last year and I'm expecting it to be just as good, if not even better. I mean, we're gonna try to make it even better, right? As this time. It's funny because over the weekend I attended TwitchCon and I met a lot of people that used to watch StarCraft and eventually moved on, and they asked me like, what are you doing? And I was like, I'm still doing it. They're like, still? I was like, yeah. He's like, I watched you like 10 years ago. And I explained them that I think StarCraft is obviously an amazing game and I love it and I still find it fun. But over time, I think the love for the scene and the love for the community and the love for the pro players that we have has grown bigger than the love for the actual game. I just really like following the journeys of these guys that we have sometimes seen since they were like 15, 16, eventually grow up to be world champions. I find that stuff even more fun than the game itself. So that is what I'm always looking forward to, just connecting with the pro players again, the fans that we have that travel from sometimes even North America all the way to countries like Bulgaria to just hang out with us, have some drinks, have some beers, enjoy the games. That is what keeps me still going. And when I then find myself in a new environment, like standing outdoors and I look around, I was like, so much freedom, you know, like I'm not sitting behind a desk where I cannot move. It's like, no, we just stood there like on a little stage, so to speak, and we could look around, we could wave with our arms. It was actually a really fun time. It was a great experience. And that's the kind of stuff that gets me going as well. But I think above all, it's just the love of the community, the honor of being part of it for so long that still gets me up in the morning to either play a couple games or cast a couple games, sometimes from home and sometimes on a beautiful mountain in Stara Zagora, a city that I'd never heard of 3 years ago. These are going to be a couple of very exciting days of StarCraft because, as you said, we basically have 2 championships on the line here. We've got Clem, who's our reigning champ. He's here again. It's fantastic to have Clem back, and he is always a top favorite for every single tournament he enters to potentially go back-to-back. But we also have that other tournament where the highest places or the highest placed finisher that's not qualified yet for the Esports World Cup will get seeded directly into the Esports World Cup. And that is an incredibly exciting competition too, because you look at Showtime, you look at Lamba, you look at Skillers, you look at Spirit, all guys that we normally expect to make it to an Esports World Cup. They haven't done it yet. This is a great opportunity for them. For some of them, it's even the last chance. So I find that competition just as exciting as the one who's going to raise the trophy. I think when it comes to the trophy, it is maybe a 3-way battle between Cyril, Rainer, and Clem. We can't count out Zaun. We can't count out Ryong either, who's done some amazing things in the past against top Europeans. So it's going to be fun, man. I'm just excited. I'm excited for both of the tournaments that we have running that are part of one tournament. But we'll have a lot to talk about, Exalted. It is an absolute honor to be back over here in Stara Zagora for the 2nd edition of the Balance Jam Elite. I am above all happy that we've got some new faces here too, like young Jakov, a kid that I've been casting for years and I've interacted a lot with on Battle.net, but I've never had a chance to meet him. For me, that is one of the coolest things out there. The sun is shining, the spirit is up, everyone is ready for a lot of hot dogs, a couple beers, some rakia, but above all, fantastic StarCraft 2 in the upcoming 4 days. We're going to do our best to make it awesome. Enjoy!